I'm good. Oh, can I hear him? Or
Hey, Keith, how are you?
good. How are you?
Good. I just want to ask, what was Friday like for you? You had 4 tackles. I think that was a career high for you. What was that experience like?
It was exciting to finally be out there. And play like a lot more snaps than I did last year. It kind of felt like Belva West again. Just out there playing football, and I enjoyed it.
What did you do over the course of the last year? I know you played in a few games last year, but kept that red shirt. What did you do to get ready for this opportunity?
I just prayed a lot. Honestly, talked to my parents, prayed to God. Tried to work on a lot of different things in practice. Talked to my position coach, Coach Lindsay, and he told me I need to grow up and grow up fast. So.
Is it? I think this is still maybe only your 5th year playing football, if my math is right. 4th or 5th year, one of the two.
Fourth, yeah, fourth.
Is that crazy to you that in your 4th year, you're playing, meaningful snaps against Wisconsin, and you're, really a part of this rotation?
Yeah, it's a little crazy, because as you guys know, once again, I was a basketball player. To be out here, with my hand in the dirt playing football, it's crazy. I still can't believe it sometimes, but.
Thanks, Keith.
What's up, Keith? Good to see you. How's it going?
How you doing? Good. How are you?
Good. Like Joey said, pretty big game for you. What do you think the biggest difference between you last year and you now is?
My strength, the way that I think, I'm a little bit more comfortable. Because, coming in as a freshman, I came in at 17 years old. So coming in as a freshman, barely playing the game of football, a lot of things, everything's really, really fast. And, I feel like, I've matured, mentally. My body has matured physically. So, yeah.
Cool. You said the way you think is different. What do you mean by that?
Like freshman year, being out there, I was on scout team and stuff. I was like, I just want to get through practice and the game. Like, I was on the sideline most of the time. I was like, man, I just, can't wait to get in there. Or sometimes I'd know, I wasn't playing on Saturday. But now knowing that, I have to play, I don't have that mindset I used to have. I know I have to contribute to this team now.
Cool. I'm working on a piece about voting and how you guys are all registered and how that's been a big topic for the team. I'm just wondering, this would be the first election that you're eligible to vote in, right?
Yes, sir.
Are you voting, and what do you think about the team's efforts to get everybody to do that?
I am going to vote, and I think it's great, honestly. Before, I never thought about voting. I really, give too much thought to it. But Coach Smith, made it sure that we all registered to vote. And the whole team, there's a whole list. You didn't register to vote, you're going to be on that list, and everybody, ended up registering. I think that's, great.
Cool. As a young person, in my experience, I've talked to a lot of other young people who feel like, their vote doesn't really matter, that politicians don't really care about young people, or that, they think young people don't vote. What do you just think about, being a voting bloc, as a group of young people and becoming politically active?
I think it's important, especially young people really, like you said, we really don't give it much thought, honestly, about voting and stuff. But it shows that here at Illini football, it's just not all about, football. They teach us, things about politics, things about, growing up to be a man.
Thanks, Keith. I appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you.
Hey, Keith, it's because you are still pretty, new in your young in your football career. What was it about Illinois that you decided this was where you needed to be to keep growing in the game?
Well, for starters, it's close to home, close to my family. I'm a big family guy. And then just hearing what the coaches told me about their defense, about how much I can grow as a player, and they knew how young I was, how immature I was to the game. And when they were recruiting me, I just felt like it was the right spot. It felt like home.
I guess coming in and ultimately only played in a few games last year, but knowing maybe you had an opportunity to be a contributor,
right,
maybe this season, and still in that growth process, was that a maybe a bonus for you, knowing you could get on field experience?
Yeah, definitely. Nobody, chooses school that they want to, that they think they're going to sit the bench all like for a while. And no one had the opportunity here, obviously, gave it a plus. And like when I got here, when I played in the first game, I was okay. Like, it's pretty crazy. Like they weren't messing with me. So.
Yes. Now that you're on football, you ever get, just the urge to get back on the basketball court?
Oh, where I live, we got a court right out back. I'm almost out there every day, getting a few shots, shooting a little bit, So yeah, like of course I miss basketball. It's fun back when I used to play. I still got it, So.
You're gonna send like a clip to Brad Underwood if he needs a power forward.
I tag him on Twitter, so he can see what I got. It's all good though. I guess I got to go out there and just embarrass the Hoopers.
Thanks, Keith.
No problem.
Hey, Keith, hope you're well, man. Just wondering, you guys seem to do pretty well against the run, especially first 3 quarters at Wisconsin. What do you feel you guys did well and can translate moving forward?
Playing the run, obviously. Getting to like our gaps, we did like pretty well on that, stopping up the run, stuff like that. Linebackers making great fits. And I feel like the D-line, like the whole front four, did a pretty solid job, using their hands, getting off blocks and stuff.
What do you think is the key to getting more pressure on the quarterback in passing situations, and how much do you think Isaiah possibly returning could help?
First of all, in order to get the rush to passer, we got to stop the run. We got to win on first and second downs. We got to get those tackles for loss so we can make it third and long. And having Isaiah back is like fantastic. He's a great pass rusher, great person, and I feel like we'll be pretty well on Saturday rushing the passer.
Thanks, Keith.
No problem.
Hey, Keith, you mentioned how important your family is to you. Who will be at the game for you with you on Saturday?
My mother, Kimberly, my father, Keith Sr., my younger brother, Caleb Randolph, and then my baby brother, Caden Randolph.
So how's that going to make you feel knowing they're there when last week they couldn't be there? Tell me how your emotions of going into this game with them in the stands with you.
It's a blessing knowing they'll be watching me. All throughout high school, all throughout last year, every home game we had, they were there, whether I played or not, and they're a big part of my life. And knowing like they're going to be there watching me actually play this year, it's like a great feeling.
Was it weird last week?
Playing with no fans?
Yeah.
It was really weird. It was quiet. Looking up in the stands, not because usually last year when I would play, I look up in the stands, try to find my father, find my mom, and knowing that you look up, you see empty seats. It's kind of weird.
Thanks, Keith.
No problem.
Yes, Keith, I'll just circle back if I've got a couple seconds here. What'd you do during quarantine to, keep prepared? I'm assuming you kind of knew a bigger role like this was coming.
Right. So I worked out every day. I went to the Bellwoods field. I ran. I really just ran. I just ran. I drank smoothies, ate Chipotle. I tried to eat right, and knowing there's not a lot of football bags or stuff like that. So I just ran, tried to get in shape, got in the weight room, tried to maintain my strength.
How'd the conversation come with the coaches? I mean, did you know when you recruited that this could be like a target time for you to get on the field, or was there an off-season conversation? I guess, how did you kind of become aware that you were going to have increased snaps this year?
For this year?
Yeah.
My coach, Coach Lindsay, came to me and told me that I had to step up. I had to play better. He tells me every day, when I be messing up in practice or something, he would tell me you step up. In the summer, he told me to step up. He drilled it in my head. He still drills it in my head. And I realized I can't play around with this. I got to take it way more serious.
that something that you kind of relish, that goal when someone says step up? I mean, is that something you really kind of embrace? I mean, is it hard to hear? Do you appreciate hearing that?
I definitely appreciate hearing it. You don't want nobody to tell you like, hey, like, or like chill, or like stay back, stuff like that. And a coach telling you like, hey, like you step up, like like your time is like coming. It means a lot because this is what I've worked for. This is what I came here for. This is what I came here to do. Thank you.
Thanks, Keith.
And
Thanks, Keith.